glass, nigga, don't tap that glass, there's a monster. Really, don't tap that glass, don't tap that glass, baby, don't tap that glass, don't tap that glass, don't tap that glass, baby, don't tap that glass, nigga, don't tap that glass, there's a monster. Really, don't tap that glass, don't tap that glass, baby, don't tap, bling, bow. Michael Jordan eyes, neck yellow, look like Big Bow.
Yeah, what you got to say, what you got to say, it's another world in the dark realm, in another place, it's the Koopa Mark, and welcome back. You've arrived to another rare YouTube pull. This is an SSSR Let's Play, where you will learn things, you will quote things, you will like things, you will laugh things. It'll be a little funny, it'll be a little horny. It may make you a little angry. And as a matter of fact, this one I'll go ahead and say with my full chest, it'll make you a little angry here. But today, on the soloing, we're back in the Dark Realm, and we're back in the wonderful Utopia of the Dark Realm. Battling against the system is what we're talking about here today, and I will explain the whole mechanics of Utopia and how it connects to the internet theory, all that good stuff. But for today, we're just doing the Dark Realm. If you are curious for the game, that's all you need to know about gameplay footage. You can go ahead and look away from the screen now, because it's just me doing puzzles. Also, there's a boss, but you know how bosses go. We just beat the shit out of it. This is essentially one of the first hard bosses of the game, though. And that's pretty cool because I kind of handily take care of him. We have done the Guardian quest now, so I have a very powerful character I'm controlling. And then essentially, we're not going to have trouble surviving. Definitely on this profile for a while, but yeah, once again, version 3 is where it gets real. We'll actually have to try, but luckily I have been trying all my life. I'm just strategically putting my effort in places where it needs to be now. And yeah, this is about all I have to say for Dragon Quest stuff here. Gonna go ahead and repair the moon and all that wonderful things. I believe there'll also be some heartful love cutscenes here. You know, will there be crying and happiness and all that stuff? It's probably already been in the intro, but you know, who cares? So yeah, as I was saying, the system. Guys, Dark Realm most closely equates to what we have here today in America, Japan too as well. There is a lower realm below the elevator where everything is poisoned and disgusting and you can't go outside. And then there's this Utopia where all of the amazing, wonderful people who control everything in the government lie. All the wonderful companies. This is where Nintendo is. This is where Square Enix is. This is where everybody who's in the Epstein files is. You know what I'm saying? It's a wonderful place, and this is how our world is by design. You see, what happened in the wonderful 70s when the feminist movement came is that our global efficiency, productivity did go up. Because, you know, women used to work, you know what I'm saying? And adding all those workers, you're definitely going to go up. But instead of increasing the wages for all of those men and women who are now here, because, you know, we were still pretty misogynist back then. The people up here in Utopia were still looking good. Instead of actually raising their wages, our wages stayed the same. And they, you know, started to get about 350 times more than we get instead of 20 times more back in the day. Because, you know, there's more workers, so you got to spread it out thinner for, you know, the compensation of workers here. But if you look at the charts, starting from that generation, and because we started to get a lot more women in administration, a lot more agreeableness came in, a lot more, you know, shuffling things under that are unfair came in because of moving along the status quo. Because that's what women do. And so you get enough hats in that are just going to say yes to anything, no matter if it disparages, let's say, most of the country. Who cares, really? We're just going to move the needle forward because that's what people do. And I hate when motherfuckers who are in politics act like there's some greater good that you're supposed to vote for, you know, and help everybody and all this shit. Like if you're a straight white man, I don't know why you're trying to help out the gays or whatever bullshit, or, you know, black people or something. You know, like just vote for your main interests. Because you're honestly betraying yourself if that's not what you're doing, because in your regular life, that's what you do. That's at least what you're supposed to do. I mean, that's what everybody expects you to do. That's what everybody supposes all your actions are to do. And even if you say you're doing it for the interest of someone else, it's always going to look like you're doing it for the interest of someone else so that it makes you feel better, so that's really for you. And essentially, that's that's what they're doing with the politics, man. They're acting out for these other people so that they get the recognition. And I understand, guys. I understand this. Systems fuck, society's fuck. There's not a lot of ways for guys to get that authentic admiration that we actually want. That doesn't feel fake. That feels actually genuine. That actually warms our heart. The shit we see in anime and all these cartoons of girls being, divine feminines. It sucks because it feels like it doesn't exist right here, and we have to adhere to all these stupid liberal politics that people have been convincing us is the good side, is the holy, let's make everything fair because fairness is right, when in reality everybody just wants you to use force. But yeah, we can't sacrifice our entire moral compass or what we really believe. And sometimes it isn't sacrifice, sometimes you really believe it. Right? But we have to inherently just do what makes us and just hope to dear God that gets us admiration. It's what sucks is it really will, no matter what. It's just the consistency and the dedication to being whatever the fuck it is you are. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot for that to actually bear fruit eventually. It's gonna take a lot. I'm not even gonna lie. Just like in this game, I mean, I'm not gonna say like it took me like 2 seconds to get here to version 3. Like, it's been almost a year. And I am going through this quite fast. I mean, it took me about like 1 year total to make it through all the versions just casually. But if you just take the base instinct of life in general, apply it to this game, to do all this by yourself, to do something cool, to do something that's truly you, it takes a while. And even still, nobody's really gonna notice it. Nobody's really gonna care. I'm just mentioning something like that because I feel like I'm making better videos than I used to now, and you can be the judge of that. Sure, but just for me. For my sake, I feel like my yapping's improved. I feel like my intellect's improved. I feel like the general pace and topics flow of the flow. And I say that and then I start fucking up. But I feel like there's just a lot of stuff has been going up, essentially. That's my feelings. But go ahead, feel free to let me know if I've improved at all in your eyes. So let you 40 people discuss among yourselves. We actually do have like almost 40. We have 38. I love you guys. You're here. I don't know why you're here. But we'll keep rocking on until there's a couple more. We'll have some streams at 50 subscribers. We'll do some fun things. But yeah, essentially, it's really hard to get what we need in life. That's gonna stop us from gooning, which is essentially what we're seeing not in the American media, because that's what makes us believe that we have to be liberal fucktards. But what we're seeing in Japanese media of the women being submissive and beautiful and cute, and when they get a compliment, they're like, oh my gosh, me? I've never been. You know what I'm saying? That's a wonderful. And you don't really get that because it sounds cringe. It sounds cringe to me. It sounds cringe to you. I can't imagine a girl out here doing that. It's weird. And I always thought I like that Japanese shit just because of the animation quality, or the general just weirdness of it, and the fact that it wasn't here, the commodity of it, the hipster shit. So I always felt like I'm a little bit of a hipster. But yeah, there's a general lack of softness that we're getting here, and it's on both sides. At least for me, I don't know how to be soft. I cringe when my mom hugs me, even now. Like, I think I always have. But yeah, it don't feel right to me. Don't feel good to me. Even after I've done some super hard work, laying down and jorking it sounds way better than calling some girl and then her telling me how hard I've worked and how amazing I am or whatever. And she's gonna come over and slurp my glorp. And then the act of having someone come over and do that and all that shit, who's some random chick, sounds just so unfulfilling. I'm sorry. It's not for me. And it never has been, really. It's just really awkward how this whole hookup culture is just really awkward to me, because the reason why I don't use force, the reason why I've never been a part of the forcible hookup society, is because it usually gets done to me and it doesn't feel good. It feels awkward when a girl plots on you and succeeds in the plot. And it's like, hooray, I guess I got laid, but if they wanted to kill me, they could have done that too. Maybe that's a morbid thought, but yeah, it doesn't feel good to get plotted on for me. I don't think it should feel good to get plotted on for girls. I think we should just be completely intentional with what we're doing. But that's very hard when you're gonna catch a case probably either way, you know? I mean, like, if you force yourself on a girl and she likes it, then you better hope you never get famous in 7 years, because, you know, they'll be back. They'll be back. And if she doesn't like it, then, well, you know, that's just your instant delay. Your instant dedication of debauchery, you know? Instead of it being delayed gratification, it'll be instant for her. And she can just slap your ass down, and then they feel the pride of destroying someone. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? I don't care who you are, too. That always feels good. At least to me. I always thought I was a true, loving, and heartful person, but it feels good to destroy people, especially when they have wronged you in some way. And I don't think we should fight against that natural instinct to fucking annihilate those who do transgressions against us. I just think it's not necessary to do it in the natural, forcible ways. Like I said, I'm not a fan of force. I'm not a fan. It's not for me. But society will lead you to believe that's the only way to succeed. You think someone like Kendrick likes force? You think someone like, I don't know. He's like one of the main idols that I'm thinking about right now. But you know, there are plenty of, like, Frank Ocean. You think Frank Ocean likes force? You know, there's just plenty of famous people that at least I idolize that have gotten there. Morgan Williams, Robin Williams. You know, these are people that just generally have good hearts. You know, and they don't rely on the fear that is inherently there to get where they want. And the problem with life is when you have this masculine energy, which is just really the energy to grow, the energy to be yourself, the energy to speak your mind and have the truth and wield it like a hammer. That masculine energy, everybody loves it when it's not directed towards them. And guess what? There's a lot of stupid people that deserve to have that masculinity directed towards them. And there's also a lot of stupid friends along them. There's a lot of stupid hive minds that like to go behind them because they have all the perceived power. And it feels good to protect. But anger and masculinity is needed, and I honestly don't like to show it or use it because, you know, you just get fear. You just get fear from it. Nobody gives you anything good from anger. You either get fear, which is your best option, or, you know, you get the general angst and resentment from them, you know, cowering or whatever, you know, not really standing down to you. Or you get perhaps the worst thing here. I mean, you're always going to be villainized, but a lot of times when guys show anger, you know, we're always the aggressors, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Dedicated to showing how toxic and destructive it is. We don't really need to try, you know? I mean, basically any way you display it. Resigning out of, you know, of society or whatever, it generally doesn't come off good, unless, you know, someone is fearful and just stands back, stands down. And thinking about that, when we think about society and how to grow and love someone, when we preach the propaganda that the only way to do that is through fear, you realize you raise a bunch of dictators and slaves, right? But maybe that's what society wants. You see, down here in the dark realm, they don't want you actually, you know, thriving and riding the elevator to the good old light realm. Also, sorry about that. I accidentally skipped the cutscene. I pressed Y because I wasn't paying attention. That's my bad. But essentially at the end of that cutscene, Sage he just ran off, and then we're gonna go meet him and stuff, and because he's gonna go see Mail, who we've revived now, all that good stuff. Okay, but yeah, that true soft feminine love, I feel like it's kind of corrupted by fear. You know, because it's this one thing that we've been searching for all our lives, this authenticity and whatever. We're going to force it out of them and make them authentically love us, right? Right? Like that makes total sense, right? I don't think we're meant to be these stagnant machines who just fall in line and obey. Of course, I don't want whoever I'm forced to spend the rest of my life with to have no critical thinking skills or be able to decide for themselves. But at the same time, the collaboration, it's like nobody respects your intelligence because of all the media we've been fed by Utopia. They all think we're stupid. And yes. The intelligence is different between the sexes, the races, the communities, the cultures. It's always different. I'm not going to preach this equal shit. I feel like that's what fucked us up in the first place. The equal shit, the participation trophies, the coddling. We are not equal. There are some fucking idiots. But you know what makes an idiot smart? Collaborating with anyone. Anyone. Even another idiot. Two idiots together are better than one idiot. And you're not gonna tell me otherwise. Unless, you get a hive mind of idiots that all believe a really dumb thing. But I feel like even a hive mind of idiots, there's probably gonna be one idiot that's like, hey guys, maybe this dumb thing is a little dumb. And then, if people decide to listen to the one idiot, then, that's the thing, though. Critical thinking is gone. People are not going to listen to that one idiot. One of the idiots is just going to pull out ChatGPT and be like, no, it's right. ChatGPT says it's good, so this idea will work. Critical thinking is now a lost sport because that's what keeps us all down here. Down in the dark realm. They don't want you to critically think and find the key and turn the dials and go up there, fight the CEOs, go over to the past, and get the stuff of ore, and then come back, get the moon back. And they don't want you to do all that. Look at this guy. He's crying of happiness. They don't want you to do that. They want us broken and down here and suffering for the rest of our fucking lives, maintaining the status quo. Because people preach this inflation thing, this inflation bullshit. I'm sorry, guys. We've just like the wage gap, it's been proven time and time again now. We're in 2025 year of the truth. There is no fucking inflation. Wages just haven't gone up because CEOs can keep it down. They're allowed to. It's their choice. And if you have a choice to keep $2 million or $1 million, I'm gonna go with two. And I'm gonna buy another yacht. I'm gonna get a couple more hookers so that my wife doesn't know. And that's just life. I'm not really mad at the state of it or jealous or envious of any of that. Like I said, man, the sex is definitely not there in my desires list. And because of that, because I'm so obsessed with just self-pleasure, that's dissuaded me from all, I'm talking all earthly values. I don't care. I don't even care if I have to, not play video games for the rest of my life. Like, if this is the only game I could play for the rest of my life, I would be more than happy with everything. I'm not even joking. Like, video games nowadays I've been like, oh god, geez, video games nowadays are just like, what was the last good game that even released that I feel like people are going to be playing 5 years from now? It's probably Marvel Rivals. And honestly, I don't even know how long that's going to last. Like, I'm so sad because it used to be so crazy thinking about what video games would be at this time in like 2002. Because when the PS2 came out, like the jump was so crazy that it was like we're gonna so for 5 years, man, it's gonna be fucking crazy. And it is. I mean, I guess it's crazy. I guess we weren't wrong. But I will say I'm kind of fine with there being not a lot of new games, not a lot of new things I have to buy, and just playing the old ones because we have a lot of material to go over. I'm a big RPG gamer, and I don't think there's ever a day when I'll say I've played all of the classic RPGs that I need to play. So I can just always go back. I really don't care when these game companies are like, oh no, we have to stop killing games because we're not gonna be able to make new games and the game is just gonna fail and all. I don't care, man. You're not even letting me play the old games on my new consoles. I don't care. I'm just gonna emulate now. Fucking shoot me down, Nintendo. You can't prove anything. I'm just going to play my little PC games and use Steam, even though they won't let me buy my Goon games anymore. and be a happy little camper. Because yeah, I've realized, guys, this is what really breaks men. It's the natural desire, or the undesire, the natural desire to stay home and do fucking nothing because, you know, you're sexually satiated, and you've realized that the ladder to climb to, you know, go out there, find a mate, is generally not worth it here in the West. Just a lot of values are off. You know, a lot of values are off in society, and you gotta realize, guys. I'm sorry about this. You know, you be angry at me if you want, but the way to the top will be way easier with a female. It will. They'll help you grow, and you'll grow exponentially faster. So, if you're like me and you're on this road, you're kind of pissed off. You're like, I have no desire for material objects, but I just don't want to be in the dark realm. And nowadays, there's no, like, it's an elevator. There's no middle ground anymore. They're trying to annihilate the middle class. They're doing a damn good job. Because I don't know anybody with a good job who doesn't, you know, immediately get consumed by consumerism, or have a bunch of debt, or have a horrible girlfriend who's just draining them dry and not helping them grow, or is stuck living with their parents, or is about to lose their job. You know, like, there's so many things that are terrible that just keep us stuck down here. And it's all been calculated. It's all been moving this way for a long time as we've, you know, just adhered and bent over to the feminist movement. And a lot of the class war has just been sort of swept under the rug, and we didn't realize they're all connected, man. They're all connected. Ain't no Democrat, Republican bullshit, man, women bullshit. It all connects back to who has the mightiest dollar and who is highest up on the Utopia poll. Now, there are ways to fight back against this. I'd say just spreading awareness. You know, I'm not trying to radicalize you. But if you're not already radicalized, I don't know what media you're looking at. It's probably not telling you the truth. Because that's what the truth is meant to do. That's why a lot of people get, you know, struck down, lightning striked, for just preaching what they know, preaching what they see. I don't want to see what you see, my friend. Sometimes the lie is a lot more comfortable. I would agree with that, but I'm too far gone, man. I can't sit in that lie. I'm way too fucking far gone. Let's be real. I've been psyoped to hell and back. And that's just because I chose that, you know? You can just not think about it. Doy. That's totally an option. But yeah, I noticed a lot of my discomfort, a lot of my pain in life comes from my own choices. You know, I choose to think about the system. I choose to create videos. I choose to goon. You choose to do everything. You choose. You choose. And once you become proud of those choices, once you become bolder in those choices, once you become making bigger, wider arrays of choices, things don't get easier. They get clearer. You get more clarity. And with more clarity comes more questions. But I don't know about you, man. I like questions. I used to hate them. But now questions are a chance to learn, and learning is a chance to teach, which is inherently a chance to learn a little bit better. A little bit better than we learned before. We can learn times 2. We can get that learn multiplier. And that's how I really think we're going to grow. I don't really want the money, but I do want the knowledge so that I can know how to truly make this art work for me, how to truly make this world work for me, how to truly make my habits that I already do, that I can't stop doing, that, you know, just benefit me mentally, spiritually, physically. I need to make these habits monetizable. I need to make them a commodity because, God damn, I hate working for people, man. I hate working for people. And it's not like I hate working in general. It's just people don't appreciate how good you are. I'm going to say it just like that. That is a guy thing. That is a guy problem. Girls, I'm sorry. You are born and motherfuckers just like you. Automatically. But if you're a guy, people do not appreciate who you are. I can guarantee you that, my friend. And it's a sad thing. But once you realize that, you will not like working for other people. Because whatever they pay you will not be enough. It's kind of why I want my own business. You know, I want to decide what to pay people. I want to think. I want to hope that I pay people what they deserve. Well, guys, we're here at the Dark Tower. We're going to go deep into the Dark Tower here when we start this one next time. I'm going to go ahead and end this off here because once again, I'm pissed off. I told you it was going to be an angry episode. Society is fucked. Aim for Utopia because, you know, where else are we going to aim? We're already in the Dark Realm. It's hell on earth. Or heaven if you make it, you know. So, make it into something. And next time, we're going to make it down into something. We're going to tower it up, okay? So, I'll see you later. Subscribe. And, yeah, you guys have a good one.
Snot in my pocket, bro, I need a tissue. Niggas think they Rolling Stone, we can press the issue. Every curly hair bitch in LA out of hag. Got the F40 on the 405 on the ass. Bodie got his bitch took, Bodie got his head bust, Bodie got his chain snatched, Bodie wanna be fed up. We told you, you ain't wanna listen. Now you looking like a victim. Bring it back, we back it up. Nigga, get a stack, spin a stack, we stack it up. Niggas talking down on the squad, we